Ladies and gentlemen, there comes a moment in every person's life when they realize time is not waiting for them. It's not slowing down. It's not offering second chances. Time is the quiet teacher that never raises its voice, but always delivers its lessons. And the truth is this: how you manage your time is how you manage your life. If you want greatness, if you want growth, if you want peace, it starts with how you honor the hours you've been given. Today, I want to speak to you about time management, not as some rigid system with calendars and alarms, but as a mindset, a discipline, a lifestyle that separates the dreamers from the doers. Respecting your hours means understanding that the most valuable thing you will ever possess is not money, not talent, not connections, but the time you have been given. Every sunrise delivers a fresh deposit into your account, and every sunset withdraws what you did not use wisely. You cannot pause it, you cannot rewind it, and you cannot negotiate for more. The hours you waste will never return, and the hours you honor will shape the future you step into. In your life, respecting your hours starts with awareness. Most people move through their days half awake, letting distractions, habits, and emotions decide where their time goes. They rush through mornings, react to every notification, fall into conversations that drain them, and end their days wondering why nothing meaningful changed. When you begin to respect your hours, you step out of autopilot. You start asking yourself, what am I doing with the minutes that build my life? Am I treating time as a gift or as something I can toss away? There is a reason high achievers move with focus. They understand that every hour is an opportunity to build, learn, grow, strengthen, or create. When you treat your time like gold, you become intentional about everything. You choose your thoughts more carefully. You evaluate your commitments. You protect your mental space. You stop handing your hours to people who do not value them. You stop placing your future in the hands of your emotions. You move with purpose because you understand that time does not break for anyone. Respecting your hours also means recognizing that small choices create big results. Life rarely changes in huge, dramatic moments. It changes in the quiet, steady choices you make day after day. 10 minutes of reading every morning becomes knowledge. 10 minutes of exercise becomes strength. 10 minutes of planning becomes clarity. 10 minutes of prayer or reflection becomes peace. One decision made consistently builds the momentum you need for transformation. Many people believe they need massive blocks of time to make progress, but respecting your hours teaches you that progress grows in the leftover minutes most people overlook. Think about your day. How many moments slip through your fingers while you wait, scroll, or procrastinate? Those moments are seeds. If you plant them with intention, they grow into habits, and habits grow into character, and character builds your destiny. When you begin to honor your time, you begin to honor yourself. You recognize that your dreams deserve focus, your goals deserve attention, and your future deserves planning. You stop apologizing for blocking out time for yourself. You stop feeling guilty for saying no to what does not contribute to your growth. You understand that protecting your time is protecting your purpose. And once you embrace that truth, your confidence rises, your clarity sharpens, and your life becomes aligned with who you want to become. Respecting your hours is also about accountability. No more blaming the world for stealing your time. No more pointing fingers at people or circumstances. You take responsibility for every minute you allow into your world. You choose whether that minute becomes fuel or a setback. You choose whether it builds you or breaks you. You choose whether your hours make your life better or remain wasted opportunities. Your hours are finite. They are sacred. They are powerful. When you learn to honor them, you break the cycle of drifting and step into a life of direction. You feel grounded, focused, and aware. You live with intention instead of impulse. And most importantly, you become the architect of your own future, building it moment by moment, hour by hour, day by day. Respect your hours, and your life will begin to respect you back. Prioritizing what matters in your life begins with a simple but powerful truth. You cannot give your energy to everything and expect greatness to grow from the leftovers. Your life is shaped not by how busy you are, but by what you choose to focus on. Most people move through their days overwhelmed, scattered, pulled in every direction by noise that disguises itself as importance. But when you learn to prioritize what truly matters, everything changes. Your mind becomes clearer, your actions become sharper, and your days begin to carry purpose instead of pressure. To prioritize what matters, you must first know what matters. That means stepping back and taking a hard look at your life. What are your real goals? What are your true values? What future are you trying to build? Without clarity, everything feels urgent. Without direction, everything feels necessary. But the moment you decide what your life should stand for, you start to see the difference between what deserves your attention and what simply demands it. There will always be distractions, small fires that try to pull you away from your bigger purpose. But when you know what matters, you stop giving your energy to things that drain you. Think about a person chasing success in their career, their health, or their relationships. If they treat every task the same, they burn out. But if they identify the few things that make the biggest difference, they multiply their impact. A great athlete focuses on training and recovery because those are the pillars of performance. A dedicated student focuses on mastering foundational concepts because those are the keys to understanding everything else. A committed parent focuses on presence and connection because that's what creates trust and love. When you prioritize what matters, you put your strength where it counts. This mindset requires discipline. You must be willing to say no to what is convenient so you can say yes to what is meaningful. You must turn away from distractions disguised as opportunities. You must protect your focus as if it were a treasure, because it is. Every time you choose what matters over what is easy, you strengthen the muscles of discipline, clarity, and self-respect. You teach your mind that your future is worth protecting. Some people fear prioritizing because they worry they will miss out. But the truth is the opposite. You miss out when you give yourself to everything. You lose depth. You lose consistency. You lose progress. Life is not about doing more. It is about doing the right things with intention. When you choose what matters most and commit to it, everything else becomes noise. You stop living in reaction and start living in direction. Real prioritization also means aligning your actions with your values. If family matters, make time for them. If your health matters, stop pushing it to tomorrow. If your dream matters, carve out hours each week to build it. Too many people say something is important, but never schedule it, never protect it, never nurture it. What you prioritize is not what you say, it is what you consistently do. Imagine your life as a garden. You cannot water every plant equally. Some plants are essential, some are seasonal, and some are simply weeds. If you water everything, the weeds grow just as fast as the flowers. But if you direct your attention to the plants that nourish you, your garden will flourish. Your time and energy work the same way. Water what matters and your life will bloom. When you start prioritizing what matters, you feel the shift immediately. Stress begins to fade because you are no longer fighting everything at once. Confidence grows because your effort is going somewhere meaningful. Peace increases because your life becomes aligned with your purpose. You move through your days not with chaos but with clarity. Prioritize what matters, and watch your life transform from scattered and overwhelming to focused and powerful. The difference between who you are and who you want to become lies in the choices you make every day. And the most important choice is always this: give your best to what truly matters. Learning to say no is one of the most powerful turning points in your life. It is the moment you decide that your time, energy, and peace are not up for negotiation. Many people live exhausted, overwhelmed, and frustrated not because they lack talent or opportunity, but because they lack boundaries. They say yes to everything except themselves. They give away their hours trying to please everyone else while their own dreams sit untouched in the corner. But when you learn to say no, you take back control of your life. Saying no is not about being harsh or selfish. It is about being intentional. You are one person with a limited amount of energy, and if you let the world pull at you in every direction, you will eventually break. The truth is, every yes you give has a cost. When you say yes to a distraction, you say no to your focus. When you say yes to someone else's priorities, you say no to your own. When you say yes out of guilt, you say no to your growth. Learning to say no protects your future from being swallowed by other people's expectations. Most people struggle with the word because they fear disappointing others. They fear being misunderstood or judged. But here is the reality: you will be judged no matter what you do. You can give your time away to everyone and still be criticized. You can try to make everyone happy and still fall short. So why not choose yourself? Why not honor your goals, your peace, your purpose? Saying no does not mean you do not care. It means you care enough about your life to invest your energy where it truly matters. Think about the most driven and focused people you know. They guard their time like treasure. They don't show up for every argument, every distraction, or every request. They don't allow people to assign tasks to their day without permission. Their no is firm because their yes is powerful. They understand that greatness requires boundaries, and boundaries require courage. The courage to choose what you need over what others expect. Learning to say no also teaches you self-respect. Every time you protect your time, you reinforce your worth. You remind yourself that your goals matter, your voice matters, your dreams matter, and the more you practice it, the stronger you become. At first, your no may tremble. You may feel guilty or uncertain. But with each step, you begin to feel a new kind of strength rising in you, the kind that comes from owning your life instead of renting it out. People will test your boundaries, some will push, some will question. Some will try to convince you that your no is a mistake, but you must stand firm. When you say no to the wrong things, you create space for the right things to enter. Space for creativity, healing, rest, ambition, purpose. Space to breathe, space to grow. You begin to move from survival to direction, from chaos to clarity. Saying no is especially important in a world full of noise. Distractions are everywhere: endless entertainment, constant notifications, demands disguised as opportunities. You could spend your entire life reacting to what comes your way instead of building what is meant for you. But a single no at the right time can protect your path from being swallowed by distractions that offer nothing in return. It becomes a gatekeeper for your destiny, and perhaps the most powerful thing about learning to say no is this: it allows you to say yes with your whole heart. Yes to your health, yes to your dreams, yes to your faith, your peace, your family, your future, yes to the things that elevate you instead of drain you. A meaningful yes can only exist when it's not buried under 1,000 empty ones. So remind yourself every day that saying no is a skill, a discipline, a form of self-love. You are not here to live everyone else's life. You are here to honor your calling and protect the time you have been given. Say no to what diminishes you, and you will discover the freedom to become who you were meant to be. Using small moments wisely is one of the most overlooked secrets to transformation. People wait for the perfect season, the perfect mood, the perfect window of time to start changing their lives. They wait for long stretches of free hours, ideal circumstances, or sudden bursts of motivation. But life rarely gifts you massive blocks of time. It gives you minutes, 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there. Short pauses between responsibilities, small breaks in the day, tiny windows of opportunity that most people simply throw away. Yet those small moments, when used with intention, have the power to shift your entire life. The truth is, greatness is not built in grand gestures. It is built in quiet consistency. It grows in the margins of your day. It lives in the moments most people underestimate. Think about how much time slips through your hands without you even noticing. Waiting in line, sitting in traffic, scrolling without purpose, delaying tasks because you think you need a full hour to begin. But when you learn to use those small moments wisely, you stop being a prisoner of time and start becoming its master. Using small moments wisely begins with awareness. You must recognize that these tiny pieces of time are not meaningless gaps. They are valuable opportunities. A short moment can redirect your mindset. A short moment can spark an idea. A short moment can help you breathe, reset, and refocus. When you start valuing these minutes, you bring purpose into the parts of your day that used to be wasted. Imagine someone trying to learn a new skill: reading, exercising, practicing gratitude, studying a subject, or building a side passion. They don't need hours, they need consistency. 5 focused minutes of reading a day can lead to finishing several books a year. 10 minutes of stretching every morning can reset the body and reduce years of stress. A few minutes spent planning each night can prevent hours of confusion and wasted time the next day. Small moments create small habits, and small habits create unstoppable momentum. There's a story of a man who wrote an entire book during his lunch breaks. Every day, 20 minutes, not an hour, not a weekend retreat, just 20 minutes of focused effort. And over time, those short sessions turned into chapters. Those chapters turned into a manuscript, and the manuscript turned into a published book. His success wasn't built on massive bursts of creativity. It was built on honoring the small moments most people ignore. Using small moments wisely also strengthens discipline. It teaches you that you don't need perfect conditions to take action. You just need willingness. You don't wait for motivation to knock on your door. You create it by moving, even in small steps. That is how confidence grows, through tiny acts of commitment, repeated over and over until they shape your identity. Small moments can also transform your mindset. A minute of deep breathing before a stressful conversation can change your tone. A moment of gratitude in the morning can shift your attitude for the entire day. Reading a motivational sentence can alter the direction of your thoughts. These are not accidents. They are intentional uses of time that elevate your mental and emotional strength. And let's not forget the long-term impact. When you use small moments wisely, you begin building a reservoir of progress. You look back after months and realize how much you've grown, not because of rare moments of huge effort, but because of daily moments of small effort. Progress becomes a habit, not an event, and habits are what shape destiny. The beauty of small moments is that anyone can use them. You don't need extra money. You don't need special resources. You don't even need extraordinary talent. All you need is attention and intention. While others waste their minutes, you can collect them. While others wait for perfect timing, you can build quietly. While others complain about lack of time, you can turn minutes into milestones. Using small moments wisely is a mindset shift. It teaches you to stay present, stay focused, and stay purposeful. It turns ordinary minutes into powerful tools for growth. And most importantly, it reminds you that your life is built in the seconds you choose to honor, not the hours you hope will magically appear. Value the small moments, and they will reward you with big results. Building a routine that serves you is not about locking yourself into rigid schedules or forcing your life into a strict pattern. It is about creating a structure that supports your growth, strengthens your mind, and aligns your actions with the future you want to build. Your routine is the foundation of your daily life, and when that foundation is steady, you move with clarity instead of confusion, purpose instead of pressure, and strength instead of struggle. A routine that serves you begins with understanding who you want to become. Every habit you choose either pulls you closer to that version of yourself or pushes you farther away. Most people drift through their days without direction, reacting to life instead of designing it. But when you create a routine with intention, you start shaping your life instead of letting your life shape you. You decide what matters. You decide what deserves your time. You decide how you show up every single day. Start with your mornings. How you begin your day shapes everything that comes after. A morning routine doesn't need to be complicated. It just needs to be consistent. 5 minutes of stillness, a moment of reflection. A stretch, a plan, a breath. Something that grounds you before the world demands your attention. When your mornings belong to you, your life stops feeling chaotic. You gain control before the day even begins. A routine that serves you also includes intentional work blocks. Life is full of noise, notifications, conversations, temptations, distractions waiting to pull your mind away from your goals. When you create protected time for your most important tasks, you train your brain to focus. You develop discipline, you build momentum. Even an hour of uninterrupted work can transform your productivity and confidence. It's not about working endlessly, it's about working with intention. But a powerful routine is not only about doing. It is also about resting. Rest is not laziness, it is maintenance. Without recovery, your mind becomes dull, your energy drops, and your creativity disappears. A routine that serves you must include moments to breathe, moments to disconnect, moments to recharge. You cannot pour from an empty cup. When you honor your rest, you strengthen your resilience. A routine that serves you respects your evenings as well. The end of your day should prepare you for the next one. A simple nighttime practice reviewing your progress, resetting your goals, calming your mind can bring a sense of closure that many people never experience. When you go to bed with intention, you wake up with clarity. You rise knowing exactly where to focus. The beauty of building a routine that serves you is that it removes decision fatigue. When you know what you need to do, you stop wasting time debating with yourself. You stop negotiating with your excuses. You stop drifting. Your routine becomes like a compass, guiding your actions even on days when motivation is low. Your routine shows up for you even when your emotions don't. And the truth is this: your routine becomes your identity. When you commit to small daily habits, you begin to see yourself differently. You begin to believe in your own discipline. You begin to trust your own consistency. Confidence grows not from occasional effort, but from repeated action. Every time you follow through on your routine, you cast a vote for the person you want to become. Think about the athletes, the leaders, the creators who inspire you. Their success is not built on talent alone, it is built on habits. They rise with purpose, they practice with discipline, they protect their focus, they live by routines that keep their goals within reach. That discipline becomes their strength, and that strength becomes their success. A routine that serves you must be personal. It should fit your lifestyle, your responsibilities, and your ambitions. What matters is not copying someone else's structure, but designing one that works for you. One that lifts you, sharpens you, energizes you. One that supports your mind, your body, and your spirit. One that honors both your dreams and your limits. When you build a routine that serves you, your life stops happening by accident. You begin living with direction, you begin moving with intention, and slowly, almost silently, your days transform, your confidence grows, your progress accelerates, your purpose strengthens. A routine that serves you is not about perfection, it is about commitment. It is about deciding who you want to be and making daily choices that honor that version of yourself. Build that routine, protect it, refine it, and watch how it reshapes your entire life. Time is the most valuable thing you will ever own. It's the silent partner in every decision you make, the invisible hand guiding every dream you reach for. If you manage it with discipline, respect, and purpose, it will reward you if you waste it. It will remind you you are not running out of time, you are running out of excuses. Start today, start now, because the moment you take control of your time is the moment you take control of your life.